How to heal from past experiences by using the law of assumption. Alright? How to heal from past experiences by using the law of assumption. Grand rising all kings and queens, all gods and goddesses, all beautiful people. I am Be Floss to God. Now, the past, the future, and the present are all happening right now in this present moment. Alright? There's no separation from the three. The only difference is their names. Past, present, and future. But they're all happening right now in the present moment. Okay? Now, some people might say, some people might disagree with that, right? But in terms of thinking from a fifth dimensional perspective, they're all happening right now in the present moment. All right? Now, you can close your eyes, right? And you can bring to your mind's eye a memory, something that happened, let's say 20 years ago, even though they say there's no such thing as time, right? But you can close your eyes right now, and within a split second, you can bring to your mind's eye an event that happened, say, like 20 years ago, right? And if you can do that, close your eyes and bring that event that happened, say, 20 years ago, right now in this present moment, okay? That means it's still existing. It exists right now in the fifth dimension. The same thing with future experiences. You can close your eyes right now and you can bring to your mind's eye, you know, um, you can create something, whether negative or positive, that may happen in the so-called future. And you can do that right now within a split second because there's no separation with the three. Everything is happening right now in the present moment. Now, from a third dimensional perspective, we would say the past is the past, the future is the future, and the present is the present, right? The only difference is their names, but they're all happening right now in this present moment, right? And by us giving our attention and our focus on them, that's what brings them to life. But there's no separation with the three. All right. Now, how to actually heal from the so-called past experiences, or traumas. Okay. Now, what you can do, right? Take some time, sit alone, and reflect. Right. Reflect on those issues that you may have experienced in the past. Whether it be relationship wise. In your relationships, you might be the person who came in contact with a lot of toxic people. You know, you have been hurt a lot in certain past relationships, right? It could be family issues. You being the black sheep of the family. Your family probably giving you a hard time. It could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be a sister, your brother, or it could be multiple persons. It could be issues you experience at school. Probably the kids give you a hard time. You know, it could be any type of trauma or issue that you have experienced in the past, whatever it is, right? Just take time, sit alone, and reflect, right, on whatever it is, and just journal, take a pen and a paper, right, and write out whoever it was that was so-called inflicting, the issues towards you, whoever it was that was giving you a hard time in relationships. Just make a list, of the people that you would have come in contact with, right? That you would have had the experience with, their behaviors, their patterns. Just journal it, and also journal how you reacted to it, your emotions, how it made you feel, right? And by doing that now, then you can write now the positive side. Now, what would be the opposite of that? Affirm, affirm the opposite of what it is you just journal out that you had the issues with, like the issues that you have experienced. If it's family issues, you know, you do the same thing. Whoever it was that was inflicting, you know, whoever it was that was causing you to behave a type of way, You know, you can, whether it be your mother, your sister, your brother, or multiple people. You know, you write it down, and you write out what the issue was, how they were treating you, right, and how you felt, how it made you feel. Journal out all of that. Reflect on it, right, and then from there, you know, just affirm the opposite. If you like to use imaginary acts, bring to your mind's eye, you know, um, the persons in the relationship wise, you know, who would have treated you a type of way, you know, and just see them now behaving the way you would want them to, or apologizing to you, or whatever the case may be. Create a scene, right? It's just a short scene of what you would have want the experience to be like, or how you would want them to be towards you, like right now, whether it be apologizing or whatever the case may be. Create that scene and just loop it over and over and over until it feels real, and then you let it go and you drop it. If you're having doubts about it again and you're feeling it creeping up, you bring it back to your mind's eye again. You create that little scene. You know, you loop it over and over again until you feel satisfied, and then you drop it. And you do this every single day. Just continue to do it every single day until it becomes natural to you. Family issue wise, past experiences at school or whatever it is. You know, you use your imaginary acts, just bring it to your mind's eye and create a scene of how you would want it, how you would have wanted it to be, or how you would want these people to see you right now. You know, see them apologizing to you or whatever the case may be. You know, see them telling you the words that you would want to hear. You know, let them see you as the most amazing person. You know, and feel it. If you're using affirmations, you speak it over and over and over. You know, just be consistent with it every single day. Not out of worry and, you know, and anxiety that you have to bring it in, but, you know, just persist in it. Scripting, the same thing, right? Now, sometimes what happens is when we set an intention, right, before it finally hardens into fact, sometimes it may seem as though nothing is happening, or it may seem as though the opposite of what you wanted is has manifested, or it seems as though the situation has gotten worse. But no, that is all the tests. Trust me, I've experienced that. Sometimes before the manifestation hardens into fact, right? Sometimes the situation may worsen, right? And you may tell yourself like, what the fuck? Am I doing something wrong? No, it's all the tests, right? Just keep persisting, and you will see like, because most likely afterwards, after that situation has happened where it may appear to be the worst or the opposite, that's when the breakthrough comes. It may not happen like right away, but it's on its way. No, it's already done. So just keep persisting in it, right? So you take some time alone and you reflect. You know, from those past relationships, you may have came in contact with. You may have been a nice person. You came in contact with a lot of toxic people. You know, just journal all of that down. You know how their behaviors towards you and how it made you feel. You know, or how you reacted to it, and then you will affirm the opposite for them and for you. Underlying issues at school, you know, family wise, whatever it is, only you know what it is, right? And the subconscious mind is so powerful, like whatever is repeated on it, and it goes with feeling as well. Whatever is repeated on it, onto it in thoughts and feelings, like, you know, it sinks in deep into the subconscious mind. So it would take a while, you know, in order to cancel out those thoughts and behavior patterns. But anything is possible as long as you persist in it. Just tell yourself the opposite story of what it is, and you can overcome anything. For me, I'm still working on myself as well. I'm not here trying to be ever so perfect, right? Because before I met my twin flame, my love of my best friend, I love her so much, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on here. She knows that we both were doing the same thing on the journey, working with ourselves within, trying to evolve and be the best version of ourselves. And because we were on that same frequency, you know, we came together like magnets, the perfect match, right? But I still had certain underlying issues within me that needed to be healed as well. Because even though I knew the law, And yes, I would work on myself, self concepts with affirmations and stuff, but not as much as I was like actually focusing on my goals, in terms of wealth and health and certain things that I want in my life, right? And that's why self concept is very important because you can manifest so many things like health, wealth, and all that, but will you keep it? Your self concept will determine that. That's why every single day, you work on yourself, how you see yourself, affirm positive things about yourself to cancel out those underlying issues that you may have in the past. And it's an everyday job. It might become a bit difficult, but as long as you persist in it, just tell yourself that different story because where attention goes, energy flows, right? And my twin flame, she helped showed me, right, the certain parts within me that still needed to be healed. And sometimes the ego can take over. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the ego can take over. But at one point in time, I had to be like, you know what, she's right. And every single day, I'm just working on that part. And I'm seeing the difference. And she would tell you, she's seeing the difference as well. And slowly but surely, everything is working out for the better. I can see it and I can feel it. I'm not perfect, but I'm telling you from my experience as well. You reflect on these things and you just create the opposite story for what it is that you have experienced in the past. Tell yourself the opposite story, see it, write it, feel it, speak it, and do it daily. That's why being alone is very important. Right? You reflect on those things, but not out of anger and starting to hate yourself. When you reflect on it, you just sit with it and reflect on it. Those patterns, those people's behaviors towards you, how you reacted, how it made you feel. You journal it, make a list. Sometimes I don't really journal as often, right? But once I can be aware of these patterns and what's not, right? I can go straight into my mind's eye, you know, or affirm something different. That I can reflect on these things all within my mind. But when you write it out on a piece of paper, it becomes more clear to you that you can actually see it, right? And just tell yourself the opposite story. I do this every single day. It's not going to happen within the blink of an eye because that has been embedded in your subconscious mind for such a long time after all these years. So it's an ongoing process. You do it every single day. Tell yourself the opposite story. For the people who may have inflicted, what I would say, like, the pressure on you, who may have made you react in the sort in a who would have made you react in a certain way, even though they say nobody can make you do anything, but you get where I'm coming from. Those actions and those patterns towards you that cause you to behave a type of way. You reflect on that, you work it out. You work out how it made you feel and what's not. And then you will work out the opposite of what you would want it to be. See the opposite. Speak it in the present tense, write it in the present tense as though it's happening right now. The way how they are treating you right now. Seeing you as the most amazing person, the most wonderful person. They love you, they respect you. Now, we're all one pushed out. We're all one pushed out. And every person you come in contact with, they're actually messengers of telling you who you are. Now, some people may say, well, if that's the case, why, if I'm such a loving person, kind-hearted and caring, why am I keep coming in contact, with people who are toxic and negative? No, what happens here is that it's not necessarily meaning that you are toxic and negative, right? But because you have that light within you, right, you become these people healers, right? You become a healer for these people. So even though they are attracted to your love and your light, even though they may not see anything, right? That light within you, it triggers the so-called demons within them, causing them to behave and react in that way. So you become their healer, right? And they become like, let me see, they will become like, say, like your teacher, right? Because since you have that light within you, right, it's by them behaving that way towards you, right? That's like to help you know to like evolve to be the best version of yourself. Because most likely when these things happen is like you probably were not aware of the law at that time, right? That's why you see like most awakened people know that who are awakened, you know, they've been through so much hardships in their life, you know, a lot of past traumas and stuff like that, you know. But it took something like that, you know, people inflicting toxicity into their lives and stuff like that to help them to like, you know, want to grow and become the best version of themselves, right? For those of you who are awakened, you will know where I'm coming from. You know, we as the awakened ones, you know, in our past, all those stuff that we've been through, you know, we like to search for knowledge, look for knowledge. That's why the awakening process is not easy, you know, and some people, you know, they tend to run away from it from the spiritual side of things, you know. So those people, you become their healer, right? And they're like your teacher. You know what I mean? They become like, you know, they're giving you the test now. It's all a test for you, right? And by them being your test, no, I'm talking about, let's say before you had your awakening, right? And these things were happening like that. You coming in contact with all these toxic people and stuff like that, right? By that happening, though, yeah, it might cause you to like have like a low self esteem for a bit of a time and cause you to question yourself, right? But all that is in the journey and the process because you have that light within you and you may not be aware that you are a light being, right? What that does now, it will probably put you now into a corner now where you will have to like question things, like search for knowledge and stuff like that, which will eventually then lead to your awakening. It happens like that most of the time. So you become their healer and they become like your teacher, testing you, right? And then now, once you become aware now, right, and you're in a state now of love and light and bliss and joy, right, you're going to be surrounded by those people as well. And that doesn't mean that the same people with the bullshit and the toxicity will not come, because they will come too. But know that you are aware, as long as you can keep your composure and keep operating from a fifth dimensional state. What will happen is those people know they will either conform to that same state as you are, as you are in. You know, they will either come and rise to the occasion with you, or they will remove themselves. But if you move from up here and you drop down here to the third dimensional state of being to relate to them with their toxicity, you know it's going to be a lot of back and forth and there's going to be a lot of friction. But if you can keep your composure and keep operating from a fifth dimensional state of being, you know, they will either come and conform to you or they will make their exit, because it's all energy at the end of the day. Alright? So I just hope this video was of help to you. For those of you who are watching, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Feel free to click the notification bell as well for more videos to come. Alright? So to heal from your past experiences, take time to be alone. Reflect. Reflect on those relationships, how it went. What happened in the relationships, how it made you feel. You know, your family wise, what they said to you, you know, whoever it was, how it made you feel, how you reacted, issues at school, whatever the case might be. And you journal it so you can see it. Just journal it out, right? I tell yourself, okay, this is what happened now. What will be the opposite of this? How would they want them to see me? How would they want them to behave towards me? You know, and your self concept as well. Don't forget that. That's very, very important. Your self concept. I am amazing. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am powerful. I am deserving of all things. I am a god. I am a goddess. You know, everybody respects me. Everybody loves me. You know, your self concept is very important too as well. So you tell yourself a different story. You affirm a different story to what happened in the past with those people and how you would want them to see you right now, and let them see you the way how you want them to see you right now. And also work on your self concept as well, along with, you know, your other goals and stuff that you have. So the spiritual journey, you know what I mean, it's work, but it's worth it in the end. And this journey is beautiful, right? So you do that, take time alone and just reflect, journal it out, affirm it every day, speak it, see it, feel it, be it right now. And that's how you can heal from any negative past experiences that you may have encountered. Right? You have the power. You're the co-creator of your own reality. And we have the power to change any story. Where attention goes, energy flows. So place your attention on that new story. The past stories will still creep up from time to time, right? But once you can catch yourself, you bring your focus back to the new story that you want. Be on it every single day. And eventually you will start to see changes happening. You can only be in one state at a time. So you choose. If this video was of help to you, feel free to comment and feel free to like as well. Feel free to share the video, alright? I am Beef Lost to God, sending you love, peace, joy, prosperity, and blessings as usual. And do have a blessed day, alright? Peace and love.